Introducing Mindset, a breakthrough mental approach that enables you to separate analytical thoughts from athletic performance. Step 1 of the mindset process is the red zone. Identify the target.
My name is Jason Goldsmith, and I'm here with Jason Day, and we're going to talk about the mindset process.
Yes.
What you're really doing here is you're gathering information from the environment, and you're having to make a decision. So that's the very first step.
We're at the Cape Club, 9th hole, par 5. For this, I've got a driver out. Essentially, I'm looking out and going, okay, I kind of want to make sure that I'm on the right side of the fairway. So what that means is that there's a tent in the background, and that's where my end goal will be. Once I identify that's my target, that's my goal, then I go ahead and go, okay, well, what type of shot do I need to hit, like in regards to where's the wind, you know, what the temperature is. Is there anything that I need to gather information-wise to help me hit the shot? The wind is down. It feels like a northeasterly, to be honest. I haven't looked at the weather, but there's water to our left, there's a hazard to the right. So I know, okay, the only information I really need to gather is the wind, because I've got plenty of runway. I don't need to worry about running long or anything like that. I know I need to hit the fairway.
Step 2 of the mindset process is the yellow zone. Visualize the shot path.
So here you want to do what Jason does and ask a question. What would a good putt look like? What would a good shot look like? You want your brain to create a visual image to give your body something to commit to here.
So essentially step number 2 is like, once I gathered all the information, I go, okay, well, it's very easy. I'm going to hit driver. It's a par 5. The wind's off my left. There is hazard down the left. I actually like to move this away from the hazard. I'm going to pick out, there's a tree about 20 yards left of the tent that I'm going for. I'm going to ask myself a question, which we talk about all the time, and I'm going to say, what does a driver swing look like starting at that tree and fading onto the tent? And as soon as I start asking that question, immediately the brain will follow with an answer. And then some people can visualize with their eyes open. Like if I get closer to the greens, I can visualize better with my eyes open. But for me personally, like the further it goes away from the hole, I need to ask the question, close my eyes to get the feeling of, okay, that's what it feels like, that's where it's starting, that's the way the ball flight's gonna look.
Once you've visualized your shot path, the next step is the green zone. Focus on the dot.
What this step does is it allows you to focus your eyes on a dot on the golf ball, and your mind the ability to know where the target is in space.
As I'm standing here and I've gathered all my information, I've said, what does the drive look like? Fading from the tree to the tent. I close my eyes, I feel it, I can sense it through my body. I've had my practice swings. I open my eyes, look at my target, and as I'm coming into the ball, I'm still looking at my target, because you want to be aware of trouble. You want to go, okay, there is hazard down the right side, there is hazard down the left side. But you got to identify and understand that, like, hey, there is that going on, because this is a tough tee shot. Amateurs, they kind of get over it and go, oh, they gathered their information, they may have visualized, and then they get up there and they go, oh, there's water left. I don't want to go there, and there's trees and water right. And then they're not committed to the shot. Because sometimes people get up there and hit a shot and they hit it into the trees and go, I was focused. But
Yeah.
they don't really quite understand that there is chatter in there, but you've done it for so long that you kind of missed it.
Well, that's because they don't have a process that they do repeatedly. If I'm distracted from my intention, my body no longer has the information to perform.
Gotcha.
But once I have that visual, and I'm 100% committed to that visual,
Yeah.
my body's ready to go. So once you have a process that you do every single time, and that's why we
Right.
put the cues on the golf ball,
Yeah.
is the average player
Right.
will now recognize, oh, hold on a second, there's dialogue going on in my head.
Yes.
I'm not supposed to be in my head, I'm supposed to be connected to my target. You could really focus on anything. You focus on the golf ball, focus on the B, focus on the one.
The mindset 3-step process is there to remind you to say, okay, I'm going through these steps.
Once you've focused on the dot, the next step is to swing away and utilize the mindset process on every shot.